So I know I said I was going to make a review for Studio Series Bumblebee RC, and I lied. Well, sorta. I couldn't think of anything to say that hadn't already been said, so the video got scrapped. I was busy with work, so I never made any progress on any other videos. At the time of reading this, I am a bit sick, so sorry if you can hear that. And I was also sick the day that I received the figures that I'm reviewing right now. I was just dead asleep in my bed. I got woken up from my grandma and her friend with Kingdom Tracks, which will get its own video for sure, and a bag with 3 figures they saw at the flea market. Like, I'm not joking, my face literally went from this to this. I'm insanely grateful because not only did I get free Transformers when sick, which is like every 5-year-old's dream, in that bag were all older figures. Energon Strongarm, Hunt for the Decepticons FireTrap, which I just call Brawn, more on that later, and G1 Overkill, my first G1 figure. First, let's get the coolest but also least interesting one out of the way, Overkill. It's a G1 Decepticon, and that's kind of it. From my research, it came in a 2-pack with the Stegosaurus guy. Overkill reminds me of a miniature Trypticon. His mouth can move, and that's really it. No articulation besides transformation joints. I love his colors. Even after 37 years, the plastic isn't too yellowed. The paint is chipped all out, but it's a toy. It's meant to be played with, and that's bound to happen. I thought his eyes were chipped too, but from images I've seen, he just never got painted eyes, a sacrifice made for cassette mode. One thing I am worried about is the screws. They're rusted to all hell, and I'm just worried on if it will last. It turns into a rectangle with holes in it. And if I had a G1 sound with the blaster, I'd show it off, but I don't, so deal with it. I also don't have the accessories for him or Strongarm. Speaking of Strongarm, from what I gathered, he's either from RID 2001 or Energon or both. He looks more Energon-y to me, so I'll stick with that. I only have his Energon star, which I'm fine with, considering, if I remember correctly, Energon stars are hard to come by secondhand. Strongarm is a brick of a dude. You could commit first-degree murder with this thing. He is chunky, and you can tell he transforms just by looking for 2 seconds. He has decent posability, but because of his proportional issues, he can't really pull off poses. And the windshield/toes has a bend that didn't make sense to me. Like, if you fold it up, then you can't stand properly, so you need it down. If you need it down, why have a hinge at all? Until I realized that it's a freaking toe bend. A nice detail I noticed is the way the shoulder is sculpted. It looks like how the wheel looks, giving the illusion of the arm just popping out of the wheel. Like I said, the transformation is obvious how it looks, but that doesn't mean it's bad at all. It's a fun, chunky transformation I've seen several times. The head kind of just sticks out, but if you rotate it, kind of looks like an exhaust. But you gotta remember, this is an Energon toy. Those vehicles are always off in some way. This caricature of a Jeep is a brick. And something about the colors just worked for me. It rolls like a dream with the pinned wheels, and this thing is not my fidget toy. But my personal favorite of the 3 is Hunt for the Decepticons FireTraps, who I'll just call Brawn from now on because look at him. I think they called him FireTrap because they already had a Brawn in the Hunt for the Decepticons line, and they just forgot or something. I don't know. To me, this looks more like Brawn than the actual Brawn figure in this line, which I do want one day. His articulation is great for his size. I also love how the foot has like a tiny toe and the rest of it is just a massive heel. He also has 2 accessories that can be removed, but I choose not to since they say they're during transformation and have nowhere else to go. They're also just a little too small to fit in 3mm ports, so they're exclusive to this figure. Sad. His transformation is smart and fun, but just the slightest bit finicky. That's why I prefer Strongarms over his. Honestly, I'm glad I got him in vehicle mode, because if I got him in robot mode, I would have struggled a lot more trying to transform him. The guns could stay on, so hey, no weapons parts forming, for those who care. And he turns into a nest truck with what Sheldon from Big Bang Theory, and in turn I call, a cow exploder on the front. And the big guns on top are great for me. And again, it feels like Brawn, but to be fair, so did the original hunt for Decepticons Brawn's alt mode did. I'm going to try and work on more videos and get them out sooner, so that way, you know, my channel doesn't die again for the 500th time. But, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for these guys. This is your Stormcaster, signing off.